today's gardening and prepping. My name is Teresa. I'd like to welcome you out to my backyard on this overcast, rainy, cool day where, yeah, even though it's raining out there, it's not raining under the canopy and I can stay busy. And today's catch-up day on getting a lot of things done. And today it's time to plant some beautiful garden sage that has rooted very nicely. So let's get busy. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to see the roots in there, but look how wonderful they have rooted. Now I did add a little bit of rooting hormone powder in the first water. And then when that started getting really nasty and murky, I changed it to some fresh water and they really popped. The roots really came out like crazy after that. So now these babies are needing some nutrition and it's time to get them in some very well amended soil and get them growing even better root system, so I can get them planted out in the garden later on. So I have my big old bucket of my amended soil, and I have my pots here. Well, there we go. I knew I pushed them together real well, but I didn't think I pushed them together that well. There we go, finally. I have amended the soil very well with horse manure, a little bit of chicken manure, Epsom salt, and since it's going to be raining some more, I'm going to get these potted up so they will get soaked in by rainwater. Alright, I'm going to poke a small hole in there, find my first plant. Look at those beautiful, healthy roots. Is that not gorgeous? And I want to give this little sage all the extra benefits of good health that I can give it. And that starts with the soil. That way it can start soaking up all the nutrition in there. And you want to leave room in your pot so that when you go to water it, the water won't come out of the edge of the, over the edge of the pot. And these were just cuttings from sage that I took. You want to make sure you bounce your pot so there's no air bubbles or air pockets in your soil, because that will kill your plants very fast. Here's another beautiful one. Trying to be as gentle as possible. Look at those beautiful roots. Now, as long as these survive the winter, I am going to have plenty of sage next year. You want to make sure that you break up any big clumps. Alright, there you go, baby. Grow for me. And you want to make sure there's no air pockets but you don't want to pack it down so hard that the roots won't be able to spread out. Let's get another one. You're not ready. Now, not all of them are ready, but that's fine. They still have little bitty roots. They're just not rooted big enough to go into the ground just yet, or into the pot. Okay, where is this one hiding? There it is. See? Good, healthy root system. And that's what you want to see. Three more wonderful sage plants. There we go. You just have to end up being more determined than the pots are. And I plant them fairly deep so that the rest of the stem will grow roots as well. And it'll get a bigger root system. See what I'm saying? This is why I say plant them a little deeper. I have roots coming out from right here as well, not only on the bottom but right up here. And I'm going to take these leaves off because they're going to be too close to the soil. I am so happy to see them rooted because I've been wanting a whole lot more of the garden sage. I still got to get a hold of my prairie sage. Yep, here we go. And so here's a prime example. I want to take these leaves off. You want to be gentle with them, don't want to be too rough. And try not to touch your roots with your fingers either. I have a few roots coming out here, but look at how wonderful the roots are coming out from up here. This node is going to continue to shoot out roots. This one will continue to shoot out roots. And this one, there's a good possibility of this node also shooting out roots. And the more roots you have, the more food and stronger your plants will be able to grow. You want a good, healthy root system. And you want to try to keep your plant in the center of your pot that you're putting them in. And that way the roots will spread out around the pot. I knew I had a bunch of them. I didn't know I had this many. so far I'm thankful just about every single sage cutting that I put in looks like it has rooted. And that's a good ratio, especially for sage, because sometimes it's not the easiest to root. You just have to be positive. This one's just shooting leaves out all over the stem, which is a good thing. Alright, come on out, baby. You want to be as gentle as you can. Now, this one I'm going to snip off. But look at that beautiful root system. Absolutely gorgeous. You also want to make sure that you get the soil not ungodly compressed, but that the hole that you use your finger to make, you want to make sure that soil gets down in there and fills that hole up, or it'll kill your rooting as well, because it's a big giant air pocket. 6 sage plants so far. At this rate, I might have to get up and go get some more pots. Okay. You are next. Take that leaf off. But look, beautiful roots coming out here. There's some roots coming out there as well. And they're going to continue to root and grow. And once they hit this nutrition in the soil, they're going to be even more happy. Any big clumps of horse manure or chicken manure, definitely break it up. And when I say chicken manure, I mean very well aged chicken manure. I've got one, that's it. Ooh, I got more than I thought. I got 4 more to go. And then the other ones I'm going to let stay in the water and let them produce bigger roots. Oh, what it is about mosquitoes and soil. Break soil out and the mosquitoes go wild. Leaf fall off. And see, that one, make sure the leaves are off, but it has a fairly good root system. It's not huge, but you know what? It's a root system. And it means the rest of the plant is still alive. And I want to make sure that these have a fairly good start while it's cool and they get established. They shouldn't be going into shock, transplant shock. And it'll give them about 4 to 5 days to get used to being in soil and grow real well before we get back up into the low 90s. You want to try to make sure that your plants have the least amount of stress. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. Take these off. Now you can save these leaves and use them to cook with. So don't waste them if you can help it. I have a few really good strong roots coming out here. I have some good strong roots coming out. And then I just noticed I have roots coming out of this node. So each node where leaves were at, roots are coming out. That's what you gotta look for. And you start your clippings just below one of those leaf nodes. Nodes is where leaves come out from the stem. And the more of those you have under the water, the bigger chance you have for rooting. I have one more right here to plant. So it gives me 3 more that I want to allow the roots to get a little bit bigger. And of course, there's no guarantee that these will continue to grow and thrive. But with them already having a very good start of a root system, I think they'll do just perfectly fine. Okay, here you are. This one's already kind of broke off, so we're going to take that one off. And I have some roots coming out of this node. I have nice root system there. I have some more roots trying to come out of there. And the more nodes that you can get to root, the healthier root system the plant will have. Now these babies will go back over here. I'm going to rinse them off real good after a while, so they can root. They already got little bitty roots on them. I want them to have a better chance of survival, so I'm going to let them get a bigger root system on them before I put them in soil. And there I have 10 beautiful sage plants. So I'm going to get a tray and I'm going to put them out because we're going to be under cover from the sun for a couple of days. Let them get some rainwater And I'm going to watch these beautiful babies grow up to be huge, healthy plants. Simple, easy, anyone can do this. You just have to believe in yourself. And like I said, you'll want to make sure you mix a little. You don't have to, it just helps encourage the roots to grow. You saw the root system that was growing. I do just a little bit of rooting hormone in the water, and then let them soak in that. And once that water starts getting a little murky looking, just a tad bit cloudy, not from the rooting hormone, but from, water does get stagnant. And I will rinse that water out, put fresh in, put the cuttings back in, and you see they pop like crazy. They had roots on them when I changed the water, but they really went wild when they got a hold of the fresh water. Simple, easy, yes, you can root your own sage. Here soon, I'm going to have more rosemary rooted, and I am just excited as can be about that. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and it encourages you to also make your own cuttings. Now, you can also do this with store-bought sage as long as it still looks good, healthy, lush, and green. Nothing that looks like it's been there too long. It looks fresh and green, and there's no mold, no mildew, nothing on them. You can make cuttings with them. I'll make a different video later on making cuttings from them. Continue to stock up, people. That means plants, especially herbs. Sage has many wonderful medicinal benefits as well as culinary. Continue to stock your pantry. Stay safe, stay sound, and above all else, stay positive. I look forward to seeing you in my next video, and may you each be blessed. I'll see you soon.